Don't you worry, the clip's about to begin, but don't forget to subscribe. Or else, don't make me turn this website around.
Jessica in New York, thanks so much for waiting. Welcome to Hang Up. You're on with Matt and Jimmy.
Hey guys, how are you doing? Happy second impeachment to you both.
Happy second impeachment to you. It's delicious. Better than second breakfast.
I'm an introvert, but I wish we could have had a party for this one.
Yeah.
Me too. God, thanks for triggering me, Jimmy. I've been working from home for like 10 months.
All of us.
So
that's everybody. The whole chat too.
I know. It sucks. It's yet another symptom of why this guy needs to go.
Yeah.
So you had a question, Jessica, about Christian nationalists and what are they going to do?
I did, exactly because what?
I don't know. Go ahead and ask the question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I thought something was wrong with the sound. I don't know if everybody noticed, but there were a whole bunch of like Jesus save signs and crosses and like pro-life things at this riot, at this failed coup that we had at the Capitol. And I feel like there is not nearly enough talk about how Christian nationalism is basically the center of the Trump agenda, at least for the strongest, most rabid supporters.
So, Jessica, did you listen to last week's show?
I did.
Because that was Andrew's primary rallying call, is that and I didn't let him dig in on it as much as he probably wanted to, because while I agree with him and you that there's Christian nationalism at the foundations of this and at the roots of it, that's not all it is, because some of the most strong conspiracy theorist minded, there's a contingent of the atheist community that are these conspiracy theorist, ultra libertarian, but to the point of separatist type thing. These are the 4chan folks. Most Christians don't spend a lot of their time on 4chan, but these are the 4chan QAnon folks that were radicalized. And I don't want to overlook that part of it. Yeah, Christian nationalism is a huge deal in this.
Yeah, I do a lot.
It's true that, sorry, Jimmy.
Yeah, I was just going to say, I do a lot of deep diving into cults. It's something that fascinates me, especially with my background and stuff. And the thing that I see with Trumpism that's divorced from Christian nationalism while it's simultaneously dependent on it, you see these individuals who were cult leaders over time that use Christianity, and then slowly they replace Christianity with themselves, to the point that with these people who will be explicit and extreme, you will literally have them say, by the way, I'm actually the reincarnated Jesus Christ. With one of them, I'm trying to remember the name of his group, but with one of them even going so far as to say, actually, I was kidding when I said I was Jesus Christ. I actually am God. He called himself the sinner, the sinful Messiah, was the name of that specific creature.
Nice.
And so when you think about, obviously they were using a tool. They were using Christianity as a tool to get to that end and to bring people in. But as far as whether it matters that the Christianity that is there or not, it really doesn't, because they now have at the head, Stephen Hassan has a great book too about the cult of Trump. It's operating as a cult. So yes, it uses Christianity where it is useful, but now it exists as its own independent thing also.
Yeah, I think that's inevitable. I think that was sort of an inevitable branch off of this whole nationalist movement in general, whether it's fueled by, your magic man in the sky or good old fashioned being an idiot and loving fascism. I think that particularly with, the appointing of Amy Coney Barrett, the people, like Ted Cruz, like Josh Hawley, who are able and ready and willing and never stopped from using their supposedly secular platform for advancing, many of the bills of Project Blitz, but also what is they state explicitly a Christian agenda, and we're not supposed to criticize them for their choices because their opinions are supposed to be as good as facts when we know the facts point the other way.
there's a foundational issue. You brought up Amy Coney Barrett, and you'd also mentioned that people aren't talking enough about the religious fundamentalism and radical religious beliefs here. And with Amy Coney Barrett, we have as a foundation to our Constitution that church and state should be separated. And yet, when not investigating, interrogating, when interviewing a person for the highest judgeship in the land, it is socially unacceptable to ask them if they would not do that, if they wouldn't separate church and state when making a decision. You're not even allowed to ask. So there's a foundational issue here.
It was actually fun watching you walk down that line, because you started to recognize you're getting closer and closer to advocating for something illegal just by using the wrong word.
I was looking for interview, but I couldn't. I just blocked that one out. Interrogate and enhanced interrogation. Do we do that?
No,
I don't think so.
Why do we object to what?
I'm fine with that. So why do we object to calling people out for this ridiculous nonsense that is causing so much problem, so much division in our society? Why are we not willing to call our professionals out, particularly those who make the law? Like, I'm a paralegal. My specialty is child abuse cases. If the law did not exist, like, that's all I deal with. If the laws didn't exist the way they were and were subjected to some idiot's opinion about what constitutes proper treatment of children or what constitutes a crime based on some belief that they have that they can't verify, that would change the entire face of what I do and what the justice system seeks to do, as flawed and as wrong as it is.
We're in complete agreement, Jessica. I mean, I've been calling them out not just all day, but all this time and by name, and Jimmy's been doing the same. The people who don't want to call them out, they're afraid of consequences, either from, in some cases, I've already heard that there were people who would not vote for impeachment today because even though they think Trump deserves it and think Trump is guilty, there's only 8 days left, and they fear for their lives from his people. Like, oh, these people voted to impeach Trump. They put a bullseye on their head today, and that's we shouldn't overlook that. I'm going to touch on it in the closing remarks, but I got a bunch of other callers to get to. Jessica, you going to hang up on us? Okay. Or am I hanging up on you?
Yeah, can I give you something to hang up on? Can I give you something to hang up on?
Go for it.
All right, let's do this. Jesus loves the little children.
Holy crap.
Well,
and that song gets racist really quick too.
Yeah, I mean,
it starts talking about he loves all the little children, red and yellow, black and white. I mean, I was like, it's cringe.
Yep.
Hey, thanks for checking out this clip for The Line. While you're here, hit that like button, hit subscribe, turn on notifications, and then share this with that bitter uncle of yours who loves talking about the good old days.